Hello, Gentle Explainer here. Today I am going to gently explain a drama horror thriller movie called M.F.A. When a simple college girl goes to a party at the behest of her classmate, she meets with an incident which she had never imagined. But after that painful night, such a fire of revenge burns inside her that she starts punishing those monsters one by one who treat girls like toys and do bad things with them. So the story begins with a girl named Noelle who is pursuing an arts course in the university. During the class, all the students are asked to make a sketch of a naked model sitting in front of them. But while making the sketch, Noelle was repeatedly looking at Luke, the most talented boy in the class, because she likes him. But as soon as Luke looks at her, she turns her eyes away in embarrassment. Then after class, she meets her best friend Sky, who studies in the same college, and both live in different rooms in the same building. At night, when Noelle is making a painting design in her room, she was not able to understand how to make something different. Then she hears Sky's laughter and looks outside to see Sky making out with her boyfriend. Seeing this, she wonders when such a moment will come in her life, because she was still single. Then, the next day, she presents her painting in front of everyone in the class, but everyone starts finding faults, and the professor also gets angry, saying that if you keep doing this, you will fail. Now after class, Noelle was sitting alone and making some sketches. Then Luke comes there and starts talking to her frankly and says, "I am organizing a party for my special friends tonight. If you want, you can also come." Hearing this, Noelle is happy from within and immediately says yes. But she did not know that because of this, her life was going to take a turn. After this, when she gets ready to go to the party at night, Sky looks at her and says, "Wow, you are looking very cute." Then she smiles and asks, "Do you like that boy?" Noelle blushes a little and says, "He has just invited me to the party, but I think maybe he likes me too." Sky says, "I am very happy for you, because now maybe a special person is going to come into your life." Then Noelle reaches the party where there are a lot of people. Luke sees her and immediately comes to her and starts talking. Then he says, "Come, let me show you some drawings in my room." Noelle agrees and goes upstairs with him. Luke shows some sketches in the room, but after a while, he becomes serious and slowly starts kissing Noelle. Initially, Noelle was also feeling good, but she was refusing shyly. But suddenly, Luke's actions turn forceful, and he takes off her clothes without her consent and starts having sex with her forcefully. Noelle keeps stopping him because this thing had become a soul-breaking experience for her. But Luke does not stop, and after finishing his work, he says that now, "You can go." Noelle was broken from inside, and blood was also coming out from between her legs. The rest of the people were also staring at her, but Luke drops her directly outside the house. Noelle goes into complete shock. Then she quietly comes home and sits near the swimming pool and cries a lot because she loved Luke from the heart, and he did such a disgusting act. She kept lying on the bed like this the whole night. Then, in the morning, Sky comes to her and, seeing her condition, asks the reason for this. Noelle tells her the whole story. "I liked Luke a lot, but he did such a thing that I feel disgusted even thinking about it." She thinks of telling this to her professor so that some action can be taken, but Sky forbids her, saying that it will be of no use. On the contrary, you will be harassed by being asked strange questions, because they suppress such things for the sake of the university's reputation. Noelle does not say anything. She just accepts her words and hugs her and cries a lot. After this, the next day when she is in college, she is not feeling like doing anything. Then, she gets very angry on seeing Luke while coming to the class, and she goes to meet the chief warden of the college, Melinda Sanders, and complains about the whole incident. But on hearing this, Melinda starts asking her the opposite question. "Did you stop him?" Noelle replies, "Yes, I told him to stop, but he did not listen to anything." Melinda says, "He asked you to stay. That means you probably wanted the same thing." Hearing this, Noelle understands that she will not get any help here, so she leaves in anger. Sky was right when she said that they will not do anything for the sake of reputation. Then she gets a message from Luke asking her to come home to meet him. Noelle thinks for a while and then reaches home in the hope that maybe Luke will apologize. But Luke's actions were still the same. Noelle says, "Won't you apologize for what you did to me yesterday?" In response to this, Luke says, "I did what you wanted. Didn't you enjoy it? Now I don't want to talk about it." so go away from here right now." Hearing this, Noelle gets very angry and a scuffle starts between the two. But then Luke's foot slips and he falls straight down and his head gets smashed and he dies. Noelle is horrified when she sees his dead body and immediately leaves the place. The next day, the police arrives at Luke's house and the initial investigation suggests it was an accident. But still, the detective goes to question Noelle because Luke had messaged her last. Noelle replies that he had called her for a makeover, but she was not in the mood, so she came back. Then the detective gives her his card and says that if they need her, they will contact her. Noelle was nervous, but the person who did wrong to her, even if by mistake, had been killed. At night, Noelle starts reading old news from college. Then she sees a case in which a girl named Lindsay was molested by 3 boys, and the video of the incident also went viral. Lindsay had complained to the police, but the police let those boys go, saying that their faces are not clearly visible in the video. After doing a little more research, she finds the video in which her soul shivers after seeing their brutality. The next day, Noelle goes to meet Lindsay and asks her about that incident, but she refuses to tell anything about this. Then, Noelle tells her her pain. "This has happened to me too. I understand your pain. That is why I want to know how you faced all this." Hearing this, Lindsay agrees and tells everything. "Those 3 boys were my friends, and their names are Mason, Jeremiah, and Connor. At first, I thought that they were just friendly flirting, but one day they called me home on the pretext of a party, and then crossed all limits of force. Then I reported in the college, but no one did anything, and the police also let them go. The exploiters always escape, and we girls are tagged with infamy." Then the next day, Noelle joins a group named Rehab, where girls who have gone through similar situations are sharing their stories. The leader there motivates them that you have to become strong without losing courage. On this, Noelle asks how to be strong in this society. The boys do anything and then come out as if nothing has happened, and we girls are taught to remain silent due to fear of society. The leader replies that God sees everything and they will definitely get their punishment. But Noelle understands that nothing will happen by being patient, and she decides that now she will teach those monsters a lesson herself. Then, as soon as the night comes, she prepares herself well and reaches a party. This party was in the house of Mason, who had exploited Lindsay with his 2 friends. A lot of people were enjoying there, but Noelle goes in front of Mason and tries to seduce him with her gestures. Mason also falls for her and takes Noelle to his room. The atmosphere starts becoming colorful as soon as they enter the room. Mason was completely in form, but Noelle's real game starts now. Smiling, she makes a drink for him and quietly mixes poison with drugs in it. Mason is unable to refuse, and as soon as he drinks the drink, his condition worsens. And just like they had done to Lindsay, Mason is badly killed by the poison mixed in the drink. After this, Noelle quietly leaves from there, leaving him on the bed. Returning home, she picks up her canvas, and as soon as she takes the brush in her hand, she feels a strange peace and is able to focus on painting properly. The next day, the police reaches Mason's house, and after seeing his dead body, understands that he died due to drug overdose. The other 2 friends were sad about his death and just tell the police that he was a very good boy. On the other hand, Noelle shows her new painting in the class, where everyone praises her, and the professor also gets happy and asks her to prepare for the exhibition. But Noelle's attention was somewhere else. In the afternoon, she waits outside Leon's house, where some of Jeremiah's friends were also present. But Noelle takes advantage of the opportunity and goes to his room and starts flirting with him. Jeremiah was also cooperating, but Noelle seduces him and opens his belt, and as soon as she gets a chance, she strangles him to death right there. After some time, detective arrives to talk to him about Mason, but as soon as he goes to the room to search for him, everyone gets scared to see Jeremiah's dead body. But Noelle does not stop here, because now it was the turn of Lindsay's 3rd culprit, Connor. In the evening, when Connor goes to the bathroom to take a bath after running on the football ground, Noelle follows him with a hammer, and as soon as she gets a chance, she hits him on the head. But even after that, Connor gets up and tries to attack Noelle, and a physical fight begins between the 2. But Noelle somehow picks up the hammer again and kills him with one last blow. Now, all 3 victims were complete, and Noelle was getting a peaceful solace. When the police reaches there, they find everything strange. The whole city knew about the death of 3 friends, but the police was not getting any clue. The detective reaches Lindsay and tries to ask about those 3, but she replies, "When those 3 brutalized me, your department did not do anything. I do not want to talk about them, so please go away from here." At the rehab center, the other girls got relief from the nightmare. Everyone was happy that whoever did this was a very good person, but the story does not end here. That night, Noelle calls her classmate Shane home, and both of them start talking while eating pizza. Shane behaved well with Noelle from the beginning, and after a while, Noelle smiles at him and slowly moves closer to him and starts kissing him. Everything seemed fine, but as soon as Shane touches her lovingly, Noelle remembers that incident and panics and asks Shane to leave immediately. After a while, she goes to Sky's house, but Sky is not in the room. She checks the bathroom and sees Sky biting her hand. Noelle immediately stops her and treats her and asks the reason for it. Sky's eyes start to tear up and she says, "2 years ago, the same thing happened to me too, like you. And whenever I remember all this, I feel like killing myself." Hearing this, Noelle just tries to calm her down without asking anything else. Then the next morning, Noelle searches about Sky on the university website. She finds out that Sky's real name is Daisy and that a boy named Calvin molested her 2 years ago. She also reported the matter to the police, but for some reason the case was closed, and Calvin did not get any punishment. After this, Noelle goes straight to the university's record room to find out more. There, she gets Sky's file out by introducing herself as a psychology student, and as soon as the librarian turns back, she steals the file. Then, when she comes home and reads the file, Sky's painful story was printed on every page. In one photo, Sky was badly beaten up, which makes her understand how badly Sky was treated and how the system did not support her. Noelle gets very angry and decides that the next victim will be Calvin. Then, she does research and finds Calvin's address and reaches his house at night. Calvin also has a wife, but this does not matter to Noelle. She talks to him very cleverly and brings him out on the pretext of her car breaking down, and as soon as she gets a chance, she stuns him with a stun gun. After this, when Calvin wakes up, he finds himself tied up in the university's basketball court, where Noelle is ready to take revenge for her friend with a knife. Meanwhile, a security inspector of the university sees blood on the floor of the court, so he immediately informs his team. Here, Noelle asks Calvin, "Why did you do this?" Calvin says in fear, "Please do not kill me. I have changed, and now I also have a family. I accept my mistake and am also very ashamed." But Noelle does not listen to any request, and without wasting any time stabs him, and then taking advantage of the darkness runs away from there. Meanwhile, the police also arrives, but by then, Noelle runs away from there. On returning home, Sky sees blood on her clothes, but without giving any answer, she changes her clothes and goes to sleep. The next day, the detective comes and meets Sky and starts talking about the attack on Calvin, but Sky gets nervous and leaves without giving any answer. After this, she goes to Noelle's room, where she finds her blood-stained clothes. Along with that, she also finds the photo from the report, from which she understands everything. Then, when Noelle returns, Sky shows her the photo and asks, "Why did you do this?" Noelle is unable to give any answer. Then Sky says, "I was trying to forget that incident and move on. But now, because of you, all the things will come after me again. The detective came to question me because Calvin is in the ICU right now, and the police can catch me anytime." Hearing this, Noelle explains to her, "I will not let anything happen to you. I will go and surrender myself to the police. Just don't worry." But the next morning, when Noelle goes to Sky's house, she sees that Sky has committed suicide. Noelle cries a lot and blames herself that all this has happened because of her. There was a letter lying nearby in which it was written that when the police do not do anything, then justice has to be taken in one's own hands. "I have completed my revenge by killing all those boys." Then Noelle calls the police and reports, after which the detective questions her. Then Noelle just avoids the situation by answering something in yes or no. After this, she comes home and quietly burns Sky's letter so that her image does not get spoiled in front of the world. Then, after 2 days, the day of art convocation comes, where all the students are on the stage, and Noelle gets the award of Best Artist. She goes on the stage and gives a speech that art is not just an art of colors, but it also has many stories of pain hidden in it which only an artist can feel. Everyone gets very inspired after hearing this. But during that time, Calvin regains consciousness in the hospital, and he tells the police everything about Noelle. Then, after a while, the detective reaches the university with his team. Noelle understands everything after seeing them, and then, without saying anything, she surrenders in front of the police. But now, she was not tensed, because she had taken revenge not only for herself, but also for many girls like her. I hope you liked this movie explain video. If you want to see more similar movie explain videos, then you can watch this video by clicking here. Now I go and see you in the next video.